All right, you guys, welcome to your core class today. We're going to get down to the core. All right, we're going to take our nice wide stance. Bring those arms up and bring it down and add in your squat. Nice and soft squat to begin with, unless you're already pretty warm. Up and down. Tuck those glutes underneath at the top and squeeze them. Arms up and hold. Lift up and over. Up and over to the other side. Let those arms swing. And then from here, open and close. And now to the torso, we're going to take it in twist. Middle. Side. Stop in the middle. Nice soft twist here. We're not going too crazy. Good. Bring those legs up. Got some knee lifts. Warm up those hip flexors. We have a little, hopefully we'll get through this routine about twice. Gonna go for 40 seconds on, 20 off. All right, take it to a nice wider stance. Sit those hips back, hinging at the hips, and then bring it forward. Press the hips through and sit the hips back, kind of like a little bit of a good morning. Last one. And bring it up. All right, walk it down into a plank position. Fire up that core, bring it down. Place the hands on the ground, walk it out nice and slow. Bring those hands right underneath the shoulders. Squeeze those glutes together. Pull the belly button to spine. Bring the knees down. Rock it back to a child's pose. Back up to your hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. Bring those hips up into the air for a downward dog. And then walk the hands into the feet and come back to standing. All right. I'm going to have us start our first round, which is going to help us warm up, which is our standing crunches. Come on, timer, you can do it. There we go. All right. So we have 40 seconds of our elbow to knee standing crunches. Hands up. Opposite elbow to knee. Lift and lower. Keeping that core engaged the whole time. You can also do the same side. You want to crunch to the side. Feel free to try both. Ooh. I'm watching myself in the mirror trying to do it. 3 more seconds. And break. All right, from here, we're going to bring it down into our elbow plank. Walk those hands out. Up into your elbows. We're going to bring those hips up into the air. Inhale. Bring it up. Hold that plank. You can hold here. Or press it back and bring it back down for some V-ups. Hips up. Down and lock it in. Ten seconds. And break. All right, bring those feet out in front of you. So if you were in my bar class yesterday, you'll recognize this little section of our core work. So we're going to bring our legs into a diamond. And we're gonna start with our leg raises. So these are pretty much like a basic leg raise of where you're bringing your feet and you're gonna bring them down and tap the toes on the ground. So this is the motion that you're gonna be making. Knees together, tapping the toes down. This is your baseline, okay? You can bring the head down and rest it on the ground, tapping the toes. The whole time we do this, we wanna make sure that low back is pressed into the floor. Don't let it hyperextend. If you can fit your hands under there, bring it back so that there's no space. From here, if you wanna make it a little bit harder, bring those knees apart so that you're in a diamond shape. I don't know if you can see, diamond shape. And then same thing, we're gonna bring those feet down, tap on the ground, and bring it up. That is our first one. And then we're gonna add in some elbow crunches after that. So bring those hands down, you can stick them underneath. Inhale, bring those legs down and up. I'm gonna help work that inner thigh and those deep inner obliques. If you notice that your low back starts to come up off the ground when your feet get down to the ground, don't go as low and just bring the feet down. Pull that belly button down into the spine and break. All right, from there we're gonna add in our elbows. So we're gonna open our legs to a butterfly position, and this time our elbows are gonna come behind our head, and we're gonna crunch in almost like a little ball, elbow to knees, and then extend it out, tap the feet on the ground, pull it back in. Go ahead and join in with me if you're not already. Again, keep that low back on the ground. That is the real challenge here. And that's what's gonna make you engage that core the most. Should be feeling it in those legs too. Got 7 seconds. And rest. Breathe. All right. We have some twists, Russian twists. So if you have a weight close by, you can absolutely grab that. If you don't, just use your hands. I'm gonna use my little weight that I have here. We're gonna lean it back. You can keep the feet on the ground, bring the hands side to side. Make it a little bit harder. Pick the feet up off the ground and balance. If you have a weight, try to tap the weight on the ground on each side of you. If you're using just your arm, same thing, try to tap your hands on the ground. You can make almost like a little shark fin. Tap the fingertips on each side. 6 seconds. And rest. All right, one more. We have a V-sit. So we're gonna rock it back, lean it back, nice curved lower back, tuck those hips underneath, bring the feet up into the air. You can hold it here if you're feeling it work here. You can hold here and support yourself by holding those legs. Next level, take those hands off, hold it here. Last progression is going to be bringing the arms up over the head and down. Up and down. "15 seconds left. Feel free to do a combo of all of them if you need to go ahead and hold on to those legs. Take a deep breath. And then keep it going. You've got 6 seconds left. And breathe. Whew. All right, this next one is a glute and core combo. So we're going to start with our single leg glute bridge. Hands are behind the head. And I want you to choose, we're going to do our right leg first. So we're going to work our right glute. So that left leg is going to come up. And we're going to bring it up and extend it out. You're gonna lift into that single leg glute bridge. Bring it down, cross elbow to knee. Extend it out, lift it up. Bring it down, cross it in. So we're gonna do the same leg, same elbow for that whole 40 seconds, and then same thing on the right side. If you struggle with single leg bridges, you can keep the hands down nice and low and just work on your double leg bridges, and then just work on crunching it here, keeping the hands down by the side, bringing the elbow or the knee to the nose. Don't knee yourself in the face, I've done that before. Just like this. So if this is modification, to lift it up with both legs. Okay, here we go. Bring those hands back behind the head or down by the side. Extend that left leg out straight. If you're doing your single leg, lift it up into that bridge. Bring it down, elbow to knee. Extend, lift. Remember, it's not about height here. Tucking those hips under, squeezing the glutes. Lift, bring it down, elbow to knee. Five seconds. And rest. You're gonna work on that right leg. Extend it out. You got about 12 more seconds to breathe. Roll those hips back. Make sure there's no space underneath that low back. Pull that belly button into the spine. Extend that right leg out. Lift through that left heel. Bring it down. Left elbow to right knee. And extend. And rest. Are we on time? We're doing great. All right. That is round one, you guys. We're going to repeat through one more time from the top, and we should be good. Go ahead and grab some water, or just take a breather and bring it all the way back up to standing. We are going to start with our standing crunches. Have any questions about any of the exercises, feel free to come off mute, type in chat, and we can go over them before we go through again. All right, give yourself about another 20 seconds. All right. You guys ready for those standing crunches? Bring it all the way up. Here we go. Hands up. Pull core in. Lift elbow to knee. Make it a little bit harder. You can extend that leg out straight. Touch the toe. And break. All right. We're going to bring it down. We're going to do the same V-ups. You can choose to do them on the hands or on the elbows. So plank to a downward dog or elbow plank. Bring those hips up, press it back, down to that plank. Hold that plank, squeeze glutes, and press it back. And break. Bring it down. All right, back to our double leg raises with our knees in that butterfly position. Roll with it. Keeping the knees together, or you can separate them apart. Hands underneath that low back, feet up and down, tapping on the ground. And try it both ways, keeping the knees squeezed together or keeping them pulled apart. Keep that low back on the ground. And break. All right, we have our elbow to knee. Same type of deal, it's just not going out as far. So those toes are essentially just placing right down in front of you. Are you just ringing the doorbell? And bring it in. Bring those elbows to knees, tiny little ball, and then extend it out. This one is key to make sure that that low back stays on the ground. Tempting to want to hyperextend the back here and let those hips roll forward. Keep them down. You don't have to touch the ground with the feet. Go as far as you can. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we have our twist. Roll it back, feet on the ground or feet up in the air. You got 5 seconds to breathe. Place the hands together. Here we go, roll it back. Tap the fingertips on each side of the ground. Seconds left. Bring those feet up if you haven't already. Challenge yourself. I'm shaking like a chihuahua. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, we have our V-sit, our hold. Breathe, roll it back. Place the hands behind the thighs, hold it here. Nice flat, shins perpendicular to the ceiling. Maybe parallel, there it is. Hands off to the sides, hold it here. Pull that core in. Lift the arms up above the head and bring it down. Up and down. 12 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we have our single leg bridges to our crunch. This time we're going to start with our right leg in the air. So our left leg is going to be working first. So extend that right leg out, hands behind the head or down by the side. Lift those hips up and down. Cross elbow to knee. Extend, lift, and down. Take it nice and slow. Really focus on pressing with that left heel to get those hips up there. And break. As you get more comfortable with this exercise over time, you can actually bring it up, hold it, and do your crunch while you're in that bridge. We're not there yet. I'm not there yet. All right, we're going to use our right leg as our base, extend the left leg out straight, and lift those hips up. Bring it down, crunch it in. Pressing with that heel. Elbow to knee, send it back out. And break. Extend it out nice and flat. All right. We're going to go into a little bit of our glute work for the end. So we're going to get it onto all fours. Your options here, we're going to start with our left leg. You can bring it down onto the elbows if you have sensitive wrists, or you can keep it on the hands. The choice is yours. We're going to bring that left leg out to the side and around for some circles. Bring it up and around. Nice big circles here. And then we're going to reverse our direction. Again, keeping that core nice and tight. Now, keep that left leg right there. We're going to bring it up and out to the side for a fire hydrant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go for 10, 9, and 10. Bring them in, sit it back to your child's pose. Nice big breath. We're going to do our right leg, switch sides. All right, either on the hands or the elbows. Adjust your knees so that they are under the hips. From here, bring that right leg out and around. This side's going to be a little bit harder. And switch your direction. Take it nice and slow. And break. From here, pull that right leg up to the side for a fire hydrant. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. And last one, 10. And rock it back into your child's pose. All right. Breathe. And then open those knees apart. If you were in our stretch class earlier, you'll recognize this one. Bringing the knees out into those V positions so that your feet are touching together in the back. I want you to open them as wide as you can comfortably. I know not everyone will have the same. And then from here, we're just going to walk those hands out to wherever is the most comfortable for you. So if right here is where you're at, or if even holding it up here is where you're at, that's okay. Walk it all the way out. Reach those arms, that child's pose. We want to open up those hips. You're going to hold it here. And then walk it back up. Bring the knees back in onto your hands and knees, walk it out. And then from here, bring the hips down and roll through the spine like a wave all the way down to the ground. From here, placing the hands right by the side, lift it up to a nice little cobra. And extend it all the way up if you need more of a stretch. And bring it back down. Roll it over onto the back. Bring those feet up into the air. Place the hands underneath the low back. And then slowly bring the feet further away from you. I want you to feel the shift in your low back where the weight shifts. So bring them as close to you as possible, and then bring them up, so straight up, and then start to bring them down like you're going to do a leg raise. You feel your hips shifting forward. So the difference here is that the hips, see how there's space under here? Tilt them back and under and get rid of all that space. So place the feet down on the ground in front of you. And we are just going to do some pelvic tilt. It's actually going to help strengthen our lower inner core. So I want you to squeeze your glutes together. And I want you to rotate those hips away from you. So point them. So if you have pointers on top of those hip bones, you're going to rotate them towards the wall in front of you. So rotate it back. So essentially your back is starting to arch. And then pull those hips back towards you and lift that tailbone up towards you. It's a little, sometimes confusing. But think of it as like a bowl of soup. Filling the bowl of soup out that way, and then filling it up towards you. So rocking those hips, and the one where your hips are pulled towards you and you're pulling that belly button into the spine, this is the position that you start your glute bridge in. And then you squeeze enough so that that tailbone comes up off the ground, and then you're there. And we're going to repeat, release the hips, let them rock a little bit forward, and then rock them back. Pull that belly button into the spine. I want you to engage that core. Flex those abs. We all have them somewhere. So I want you to pull them in, keep them nice and tight, and hold that position. And then release it. Nice big breath in. Extend the legs out straight. Pull the right leg in. Cross it up and over to your left side. Stretch out that low back one last time. And then rotate, switch legs. Grab that left leg, pull it up and over. Feel free to move your hips and low back around in this position. Sometimes if you move your knee closer to you, or if you bring your leg down further, you'll notice it might stretch a different part of your back. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Happy baby. Last one. Pull those knees down on each side. Keep the tailbone down on the floor. Flex those feet. Even pull those toes back a little bit, help you flex them. And release those legs. Bring it up to a seated position. Nice little butterfly. And shake out the head, nice head roll. and reverse to the other side. If you're noticing any tension or really sore spots in the back of your neck, go ahead and hold those positions until they start to lighten up. And that is it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Have a good Wednesday.
Thank you.